Okay, hi everybody. Welcome to another English class here on Verbling.com. My name is Lisa and I'm one of the English teachers here at Verbling. And in this hour, we're going to be having a reading class. I put the link to the article that we're going to read over in the Verbling chat there, so you can click on that and that will open up another window for you with a drive, a Google Drive document, and we're going to be reading this article that I found on LinkedIn. So it's kind of an interesting article to start off the year. So hi Antonio, how are you doing?
Hello teacher, hello everyone, if they are someone.
Everyone is going to be showing up pretty soon, hopefully.
Very soon, because you have 2 hours ago the class full.
Oh yeah, it was fully booked, but I just finished my other class, so maybe some other people will come in from there, and I think usually takes about the first 5 minutes to figure out who's actually going to come into the class. So
okay.
Yeah, a lot of people book the class, but they don't necessarily show up. So I don't know. It's always it's a mystery. All the teachers find it a mystery because you come and it says fully booked, but oftentimes you end up only with a couple of students in the class. It just depends on the hour and who comes to class. So, yeah. Antonio, did you have a good New Year's Eve?
Yes, I had. I enjoy a lot. I was in the mountain. I spent my winter holidays in the mountain.
Awesome.
We went to skiing.
Perfect.
To have a walk in the nature.
Yeah.
Enjoy with the open air, and we have a good time.
Awesome. Were you in the Pyrenees Mountains?
I'm just going to the Pyrenees in 1 or 2 hours.
Oh my gosh, awesome. Wonderful. I'm going to go skiing for the first time this season next Saturday. Not tomorrow, but the next Saturday. So I'm excited about that, going skiing with my 3 kids. So.
It's very first time. It's your very first time.
Oh, no. Just for this season. Yeah. No, we go skiing every year. Yeah. It's fun.
Have very few snow this year here.
Yeah, it hasn't snowed much here either. That's why we started late. You know, usually you can go skiing more in December, but we're waiting. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, guys. Well, let me say hi to some other students here. Hi, Sergey. How are you? Welcome. Sergey, I don't actually hear you. I don't know if you're talking or not, but I don't hear your voice. Okay, yeah, try to refresh the page, and usually that fixes things. Check your microphone, too. Also, sometimes check the input. If you have headphones on, the input to your computer sometimes messes up. So let's see if it works. Just, Sergey, let me just say something, and we'll see if it works. It might be loading. It might take a little while to load, too. Hi, Monica. How are you?
Hi, I'm well. Okay. You got your voice back finally.
A little bit. It's still lower than usual. It's not as high, but it's a little better. I'm coughing less.
Getting better.
So, yeah, it's getting better. I talk a lot during the day, so that's being used. Yeah, thanks. Okay, Adrian, how are you today?
Hi, Lisa. I'm fine.
Hi. Good. Welcome. Happy New Year. Okay.
You too.
So what's the weather like for you, Adrian, down in Uruguay? Is it hot there?
Yeah, it's hot.
Yeah.
In the morning, it is overcast, raining. It's raining, and now it's clear. Yeah.
Clear stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Okay, guys. Well, let's go ahead and get started. Maybe Sergey will get his connection fixed and he'll join us. And if anybody else wants to join us, if you're a Verbling member, then you can just click on the Join Class button and then you will come into the class here with us, and we're going to be reading an article today. I found this on LinkedIn. Maybe some of you guys are familiar with LinkedIn. Let's see, if I open this, it'll probably go to my LinkedIn page, but LinkedIn is a social network site, but it's kind of more for professionals, business people, and also people write and publish blog posts and things like that on LinkedIn. So if you're ever interested in trying to find some people, in your industry, you want to connect, you want to network with people, you can look for people that you might know to make connections with them. You can look for me. I'm on LinkedIn here, so you can be one of my connections. And it's a good site, especially for business people, entrepreneurs, professionals, things like that, to hook up with each other. And this is where I got this article. So it's called 10 Signs You Need a New Job in 2015. So, of course, 2015, start of the new year, lots of articles are being written about, things like taking a look at your life and maybe wanting to make a change in your life. And so this is one of those types of articles. All right, so let's see. Sergey, is it working now? How's your microphone?
Hello, teacher.
Hey, yay, it works. Oh. Awesome.
Okay. Sorry, my microphone was wrong and I had to restart my computer.
Okay, no problem. I'm glad you're back. So welcome, and let's just get started here. 10 signs you need a new job in 2015. With 2015 already in full swing, no doubt you have made a number of New Year's resolutions, only to have forgotten them as quickly as they were made. One of the most common New Year's resolutions, alongside getting significantly hotter and fitter than the previous year, is to find a new job. With the average full-time employee spending the better part of their week at work, it makes sense that this would be high on the resolution priority list, even more so than getting a Kardashian booty. So let's have a look at some of the signs you need a new job in 2015. All right. Okay, why don't we, hi Anatoly, welcome. Sergey, you want to start for us? You can read that part that I just read there?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
When 2015 already is full swing, no doubt you have made a number of New Year's resolutions, only to have forgotten them as quickly as they were made. One of the most common New Year's resolutions, alongside getting significantly hotter and fitter than the previous year, is to find a new job. With the average full-time employee spending the better part of their week at work, it makes sense that this would be high on the resolution priority list, even more so than getting a Kardashian booty.
Yes. Okay, one more sentence there.
So let's have a look at some of the signs you need a new job in 2015.
Okay. Good. All right, a couple of things here. 2015 already in full swing. So whenever you say something is already in full swing, it means we're already into it. So like the party could be already in full swing. It means it's already started. So it's already, the second week in January. We're January 9th. So we're already into the new year. It's in full swing. So that's the way you use that expression. So probably we say no doubt you have. So, it's likely that you have already made some resolutions and probably you've forgotten them just as quickly or already. That's a common thing. People make New Year's resolutions and then forget them. And then, let's see. So one of the most common is to get a new job. Alongside. So here, alongside just means, along with or next to. So at the same time that you want to find a new job, maybe you're also making a New Year's resolution that you want to become significantly hotter. So hotter here is a very informal term to describe like your body, how you look. If you're hot, then you're, sexy, you're gorgeous, that kind of thing. You're fit, in shape, that kind of idea. So that's a common New Year's resolution also. Let's see. Okay, so it can be it can be difficult if you're working the better part of their week. So the most or the majority of your time is spent working. It makes sense that this would be high on the resolution priority list. So maybe you want to change your job to work less. That's kind of the idea. So you want to find a job where you don't have to spend all your time at work. And when you're reading things, especially blog posts, a lot of people write about things that are happening in other news, in the media, that kind of thing. So you may or may not understand some of these things, but there was a post, Kim Kardashian, I guess she's a kind of a celebrity here in the United States. Her booty means her butt, and she took a picture where she was showing her naked butt, and so that's what they're referring to. So, just a reference to that, her booty. All right, so here's some things that you might consider. They might be a sign, a signal to you that you need to find a new job. All right, Adrian, why don't we go ahead and start with you? You can read number 1 here. You genuinely hate your job.
You genuinely hate your job. You wake up every day dreading the thought of work. Does everything about the company irrite you? Then why spend another 12 months miserable, making everyone around you miserable? Change is if you hate your job. Your
Colleagues.
colleagues and boss know it too. Even worse, you might have become one of these awful people who spend more time complaining to anyone who will listen about how terrible the organization is rather than actually working. If you feasted on the negative of the role, you all organizational change negatively and constantly feel the need to change the status quo simply for the sake of it. Then it's time to go.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so now I'll explain some things here. So if you genuinely hate your job, that just means you truly, you honestly, you really hate your job. And so these are some things you can ask yourself. Do you wake up every day dreading the thought? So if you dread something, so to dread something means you can't even think about it. It's so terrible. It's like you hate it. You hate to think of the thought. You just don't even want to, oh, I have to go to work today. I don't even want to think about it. So you dread it. Other things you might dread are, doing anything that you don't really like to do. You dread it. If you don't like going to the gym but you think it's good for you, you might dread, the thought of doing it, that type of thing. Cleaning your house, doing the laundry, stuff you don't like to do, you dread. Irritates you. If everything about the company that you work for irritates you, does everything about the company irritate you? Does everything bother you or annoy you? You just don't feel good about it. Then why would you spend another 12 months being miserable? And when you're very miserable, you make everyone around you miserable also. So you do that by, complaining, talking negatively about people, that kind of thing. So yeah, your colleagues, for the pronunciation there, colleagues, and those are your coworkers. They'll probably know that you hate your job because you're not a very happy person. You have become one of those awful people. One of those, awful here means, terrible, awful, and just the people who you always complaining. People don't like it usually when every time you talk to them you're complaining, which means to talk negatively about something. So you're always saying how bad your company is, how terrible it is to work there, that kind of things. If you are fixated on, so if you are fixated on something, that means you're focused on that. So you're talking all the time about something, in a negative way. So obviously this is a sign that you need to go. It's time to go. Time to find another job. Okay, number 2, you are bored. Anatoly.
You are bored. If the very thought of work makes you want to lie down and take a little nap, then find a role that challenges and engages you. And if the idea of talking to your boss about ways to make your job more challenging seems like a chore, then it's time to accept the challenge of finding you a new job.
All right, so your job is just too boring. You are bored at work. And how do you know if you're bored at work? Just the thought, so just thinking about working makes you want to lie down and take a little nap. So it's just so boring. So if that's the case, you want to find a role that challenges you. Here, a role would mean like a new job. It doesn't necessarily mean in a different company, but maybe even within your own company, you change your job, your position, and you want to find one that challenges you more, so it's more difficult perhaps, you learn more, you know, something it's exciting and engages you more. So the job or the role would engage you more. So it would be more interesting. If something is engaging, it means it's more interesting to you. You like doing it. Even if it's difficult, it's more interesting and fun for you. Another sign would be if even the thought or the idea of talking to your boss about making your job more challenging seems like a chore. So here the pronunciation is a chore. If something feels like a chore or seems like a chore, it's like too difficult, it's too boring, it's too hard. A chore is something you do around the house, like cleaning up the kitchen or doing the laundry. Those are our chores, and usually people don't like to do those very much. So if something seems like a chore, it's not easy, it's boring, it's tedious, that kind of stuff. So it's time to find a new job if this is your situation. All right, number 3, Antonio.
Nothing excites you, even a pay rise. If you were given a $10,000 pay rise and would still hate your job, in fact, you would be likely to win that you now have to pay more tax. It is time to move on. If your colleagues are excited by the work they do or simply excited to be a part of the organization, don't kill it for them.
Okay, another sign or a signal that, okay, I need a new job. Nothing excites you. Nothing gets you excited or makes you happy or feel like, oh, this is awesome, I love my job. Even a pay raise. They put rise, but it's raise. So to get a pay raise means they give you more money. So even if you were given, so here's like a conditional thing here, if you were given a $10,000 pay raise and you would still hate your job, and then in parentheses here, which means kind of like an aside, in fact, you would likely to whinge, that means to whine, to complain, that you now have to pay more taxes. So you don't even care that they're giving you more money. You still find a reason why it's not that good. Then, of course, it's time to move on. It's time to go. It's time to go find a new job. Let's see, if your colleagues, again, are excited by the work they do, don't kill them for it. So don't be jealous of them. Don't be mad at them. You just need to find a better job for you. All right, that's the idea there. Okay, number 4, Monica.
Okay. You have become an internet fiend. Your days revolves around the internet and never for work purposes. Facebook, LinkedIn, for stalking, never business. Every news site, Twitter, personal emails, online shopping, YouTube. If you can Google it, you will. Between the hours of 9 and 5, of course.
Yeah. So a fiend is somebody who, does something a lot. So an internet fiend is just somebody who's always on the internet. And of course, you're doing it during your the normal hours of work, which here in the U.S. are typically 9 to 5 for like an office job or something. So your day revolves around. If your day revolves around something, it means you spend a lot of time doing it. It's kind of like the most important thing that you do. So for like a mom, a parent, her day revolves around taking care of her children, for example, that kind of thing. All right, so you're never doing anything for work on the internet. You're just doing it for your own personal purposes because you're so bored, for example. So you're going on all these different sites, and you're on LinkedIn, not for business connections, but for stalking, which means like you're reading everybody's profile, you're following somebody because like you just want to know everything about them. All right, so that's a funny one there. 5, procrastination is your middle name. Rafa.
Procrastination is your middle name. You are the last in and the first out. And from the minute you get to work, you are looking for any excuse to avoid doing work. Making tea, cleaning up, going to the toilet, talking to your colleagues, color coding your stationery, offering to do the most menial tasks, taking urgent personal calls, and on the off chance you are not procrastinating, you are staring at the clock, counting down the hours.
Yeah. All right. So whenever this is an expression we use here in English, procrastination is your middle name. So this is the expression actually, is your middle name, and we can put anything here. So, you know, soccer is your middle name. It means you love soccer. It's something you do all the time. You know, biking is your middle name. You love to bike. You know, photography is your middle name. You love to take photographs. So in this case, procrastination is your middle name. It means it's who you are. So you are a big time procrastinator. So and then she describes it here. So you're the last in. You know, so you're kind of coming in late to work, but you're the first to leave. You're the first out. So if that's you, that's a signal. Maybe your job is not the best one for you. Then from the minute, so at the very beginning when you first get to work, you're looking for an excuse to avoid, to not have to do your work. So you do all kinds of different things like making tea. Oh, I'm going to clean up my desk. Oh, I have to go to the bathroom now. Oh, I'm going to go talk to my colleague. You know, what's my coworker doing? This is a funny one. Color coding your stationery. Stationery is like your business stationery, your paper that you might use to write. It's not so common nowadays to have stationery because we have internet and email, but you're color coding it, so you're organizing it, and you offer. You say, oh, okay, I'll do this. The most menial tasks. So menial means insignificant. The ones that are not really that important, you're doing them just to keep yourself busy. And you take urgent, and it's in these quotation marks here because it's like they're not really urgent. So, you know, so-called urgent personal phone calls. And on the off chance that you're not procrastinating, so you're procrastinating means you're doing other things besides what you're supposed to be doing. So you're putting off what you should be doing and you're doing other things instead. So if you're not really doing that, you're not doing the other things, maybe you're just staring, looking at the clock and just counting down the hours. So when you count down, you're just waiting until the time when you can leave, you know. All right. Number 6, increased sick days. Simone, you can't read because you're on your iPad. And we lost Sergey. Okay, bye, Sergey. Okay, Adrian, go ahead.
Sorry, I can read.
Oh, you can? Okay. You can read number 6.
Number 6, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Increased sick days. You are taking full advantage of your sick days and some. And when you are at work, you are tired. You are also the first to catch any illness that goes around in the office. Willingly.
Yeah.
If the thought of work is making you sick, don't see a doctor for another medical certificate. See a recruiter.
A recruiter, yeah. Okay, this is funny. Increased sick days. So the sick day is the day that you take off sick. You stay home from work because you are sick. All right, so you take full advantage of your sick day. So here in the U.S., if you have a salary job and you have maybe, I don't know, 10 sick days a year, something like that, it allows you to be sick, stay home. And when you're at work, you're tired. Okay, so all these things. This is the funny part here, willingly. So people are getting sick, and you are the first to catch. So to catch an illness means to get sick, to become sick. And we say that it's going around. So it might be going around the office, the building, the classroom, something like that. This means everybody's getting sick. And you get sick willingly because you don't want to go to work. So you're okay if you get sick and you have to stay home. So instead of going to a doctor, you need to go see a recruiter. A recruiter is somebody who can find you a new job, that recruits people for jobs. So that's funny. Okay.
Or you do like me, you quit your job and go travel for 1 year.
Yeah, okay, well, we're going to have time to talk about it. I want to hear people's stories about jobs and quitting jobs, so that'll be good. You can tell us more. Adrian, number 7, please.
You don't like your boss or college. While you don't have to buy a best friend chain, it helps to like and respect your college, and certainly your boss. If you can't think of anything nice to say about them, and find yourself avoiding any compulsory social events, or even having a water cooler chat with those around you. Then find a show where you are inspired by your college and inspired to be more like them.
Okay, so of course, if you don't like your boss or the people you work with, your colleagues, then it's time for you to find a new job. All right, so you don't have to buy a best friend chain. Okay, a best friend chain. It helps to like. So that means you don't have to buy them like a jewelry, a bracelet or something. We call it a friendship bracelet, actually, here in the U.S. You don't have to go that far. They don't have to be your best friends. But it does help if you actually do like and respect your colleagues. And, of course, certainly just means, of course, your boss. But if you can't think of anything, or you can't, say anything nice about them, and if you find yourself, so you notice that you are avoiding compulsory social events. Compulsory means you have to go there for like business reasons, like you go to a business meeting or a party or after dinner get together with colleagues, and you find yourself avoiding, like, oh, I don't want to go, and you come up with an excuse why you can't go. Or if you find that you don't even like to hang around and talk to people who are this is a common thing for offices. People stand around the water cooler and chat. Okay, if you don't like doing that, then you need to find a new job. And you should find a job where you are inspired by your colleagues, so they inspire you. You like them. You want to be like them, and that is this part here. You aspire to be more like them. So you can aspire to do lots of things. It means it's what you hope to do. It's what you're wanting to do. So find a job where you're trying to be more like your colleagues because they're so awesome. You really like them for whatever reasons. Okay, number 8, Anatoly.
You are underperforming. Underperformance is demotivating in any case. But if you are not achieving your objectives and are not motivated to do so, then stop wasting your boss's time trying to motivate you to do your job. Move on.
Okay, underperformance. underperforming. You could say overperforming. That would be the opposite. So, of course, under means you're not performing well enough. You're not doing a good job at your job. So your underperformance, that's the noun there, is demotivating. So putting the D there in front means it's not motivating. So it makes you have less motivation to do your work. If you're not achieving your objectives, so you notice that in your current job you're not really meeting your goals for your personal life or your professional life, and you don't even feel motivated to do it, then you should stop wasting your boss's time, and obviously your time, and try to move on. Okay, so to waste somebody's time means, you know, you're doing something and it's not really beneficial to anybody else, so it's a waste of time, a waste of energy, a waste of money, that kind of thing. So move on. So go and find another job. Move on to another position somewhere else. Okay, number 9, Antonio.
You look homeless. You no longer take pride in your professional appearance as you once did. Don't iron your clothes, brush or wash your hair, and find yourself reaching for the clothes you wear to the supermarket on the weekend. Then it might be for an image makeover and a fresh start.
Yeah. All right, this one's funny. So you look like a homeless person is what that means there. So you're not taking pride. So if you do take pride in your appearance, for example, it means you're proud of how you look. But if you don't care anymore, so you no longer take pride, so you don't care anymore about how you appear, your appearance, how you look, how you're dressed, that type of thing, then that's another signal. You don't iron your clothes. So to iron your clothes is to use an iron to make them look nice and neat and fresh. Of course, your personal grooming, brushing, washing your hair, that kind of stuff. You're just reaching for. Reaching for means you're going to just grab the clothes that you wore to the supermarket on the weekends, or that you wear normally to go outside but not to work. So you don't really care about your image anymore, your appearance. Then it's time for an image makeover. A makeover is when you do a complete change. So you need to get an image makeover and a fresh start. So start somewhere new, get a new job, and have a new start. Okay, number 10. Monica.
Number 10. You are reading this blog. If you have mentally ticked off the majority of these points, then you need a career change in 2015. Conversely, if you do like your boss, colleagues, and the organization as a whole, then you need to make time to speak with your boss and discuss what changes you can make to re-engage and motivate you for the year ahead. Finding a job that will truly make you happy and enable you to achieve your professional and personal goals is life-changing and will make everything in life seem a little brighter.
Good. Okay, so if you're reading this blog, that might be a sign, because you are interested in it. All right, so if you have mentally, so mentally just means in your mind. You didn't actually, make a check mark with a pencil or something, but as you are reading this blog and these different signs here, if you ticked them off in your mind, so you just made like a check mark, like, oh, yep, that's me, oh, that's me, oh, yeah, that's me. If you did that, to a majority, to most of these points, then you probably do need to make a change. Conversely, this means like on the other hand, on the other hand, if you like your boss, you like your place where you are working, maybe you just need to talk to your boss or speak with your boss and have a conversation, have a discussion about what you can change so that you feel more engaged. You want to re-engage and motivate yourself for this year. You don't want to leave your position. You just want to have some new challenges, perhaps. And then the final sentence here, obviously, finding a job that will truly, really make you happy and enable you So allow you to do some things that you want. So in this case, achieve, to get your professional and personal goals. That can be life-changing. So we talk about something as life-changing. It changes your life. It makes a big difference in how you live and how you feel about your life. It could make everything in life seem a little brighter. So having a job that really works for you is a better thing. It makes your life brighter. That means, you have a brighter outlook on life. You feel better about yourself and your life. Okay, before we start the discussion, does anybody have any questions about the language? Wasn't too difficult. I think you probably got the main gist of everything. So let's start a discussion here. Rafa, are you working now? Do you have a job?
Yes, I have a job. I work in my own office, and also I have collaboration with other companies.
Mhm. And how long have you been doing that?
I've been doing that for the last 30 years.
Oh, wow. Awesome. And how's it going for you?
Well, always I find a new thing that challenge me, and I having a lot of problems many times, and I try to resolve it. And for me, this is a challenge situation because I need to find new solutions and also talk with my colleagues, trying to find new solutions to new problems. Always times is changing, difficulties are changing, and for this reason I don't get bored with my job, because always I try. Also, I think we need to find out new positions, develop new challenging situation, because if not, any kind of job could be very boring if you are not motivated for yourself. Perhaps you don't have the better position to improve your work. I think it's a matter of yourself. Many times also, of course, the staff could be or your boss need to motivate you, but my humble opinion, I think you need to find out challenging situations in yourself, trying to improve your develop in any way. I've been doing this in the last years, and for this reason I don't get boring in my job. I trying to be more professional anytime, and for this reason I am very happy with my job right now.
Great, yeah. That sounds great, and you have been so for 30 years. Yeah, certainly growth, personal growth, professional growth, challenges, those can make a job much more interesting. If you get bored, then that's a danger sign. Yeah. Okay, Simone, so you have a story. Simone, you want to tell us what you did? You quit your job and you went traveling?
Yes, I did. Actually, I was tired because I have been working for the same company for 15 years.
Wow.
When I decided to quit because I was tired and I was needing like a challenge in my life. So what I did, I quit and I took the money and I went traveling in Europe. So I was actually living in London, and I've traveled to 14 countries in 1 year. And
excellent.
I didn't regret because I spent all my money and I went back to Brazil completely broke, but I was feeling rich because I had a lot of stories to remember, friends, and good memories. So yeah, sometimes you have to do things like that. I'm not saying that is the only thing to do. Of course, you can find another job, but 15 years is a lot of time. at the same company,
Yeah.
and I did right, I think.
So after your trip to Europe, after you lived in Europe for a year, when you came back to Brazil, did you get a similar type of job, the same type of job, or did you change your job completely?
I kind of changed, but I got a new and better job. So what I'm doing now, I'm saving money again. Like my plan is to be working for 1 year and get another year of like holiday. And I'll be doing that maybe in April this year. So I'm working hard. I'm working a lot, you know,
Wow, awesome,
and
yeah.
saving all my coins. And I'm also selling my clothes, selling everything that I realized I don't need. That a lot of stuff I don't need. So I only need to discover people, cultures, and write a book at the end, in the end of this story.
Yeah.
I think.
Awesome. Yeah, great. Yeah, you can tell other people how to do what you did, because I'm sure a lot of people would love to be able to do that. Yeah.
Yes, I know. Some people think I'm crazy, but maybe I am, but
that's okay.
I don't know.
Crazy's good if you're having fun.
I'm happy.
Yeah, you're happy. Good. You're enjoying your life. You know, you got your life. You got to enjoy it. Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, Monica, how about you? Are you working now? Do you have a job?
Yes, I've been working for the same company for 14 years now.
Yeah.
And well, it's not bad. I quite like my job. I get along with my colleagues, so it's not a problem. But I quite envy Simone. I don't know if I were able to quit my job and go around for a year.
Don't do that. I'm crazy.
It's a great thing.
What do you do for your job?
I'm an accountant.
Oh, okay. Do you work for a company as their accountant?
I have some client that I follow more than a client.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't work for a single company.
Oh, okay. You have your own business.
And no, I work for a company, but we do accountancy for other companies. Okay.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay, great. So, well, you probably understand about the new the VAT laws then as an accountant for the European Union countries.
Oh yeah. That's my job. Calculating taxes.
Calculating the tax. Exactly.
Yeah.
And they're always changing too, I know.
In Italy, too much changing.
So as an accountant in Italy, do you have to, I mean, is it difficult? Has it become more difficult with the European Union? Because do you have like special Italian tax laws and then also European tax laws?
Oh, yeah, we have to respect the European rules, but every country has its own rules.
Oh, okay.
But it's more difficult in the last years because of the economic crisis. So they keep changing the taxes, the laws, and it's more difficult for us in the last few years to keep up with the new rules.
Yeah, I imagine accountants are having to learn new things all the time because of that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, that's good. Well, if you like it, then that provides a challenge. What do we have to do this year?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay. So has that been your main job, or have you had other jobs, like other career jobs?
No, this is my main job, full time.
Okay, great. All right, good. Antonio, what about you? I know you're working, but remind me what you do.
Yes, I am working for the same company for 13 years.
Wow. Okay.
And I'm not very keen on of change my job. I have only worked for 3 companies or 3 works. The very first company I spent 12 years. After that, I spent a year in a very interesting job. I was a real estate representative.
Oh.
It was very funny. I enjoyed that job.
Buying and selling houses for people?
Yes, it's very
Okay.
funny because you can meet very different people, and
Yeah, sure.
it's wonderful to go to the street and meet people and know the owners of the flats and the the, the, the people who are going to buy a flat.
The people who are looking. Yeah.
I come back to my very first business. I have been sales representative for a company for 13 years. I am very lucky because my job is different every day. When I wake up in the morning, I don't know what is going to happen in the day. And that's why I have the lucky to love my job.
Yeah. How much do you travel, like in a week, for example?
I usually travel 2 or 3 days in a week, but very near here, to 3,000 kilometers or 4,000 kilometers only.
Oh, okay.
And in many years ago, I traveled abroad and visiting customers abroad, but nowadays I'm only traveling very near here. And I understand people who want to change their jobs, because not the whole people have as lucky as I have, no?
Yeah.
But in my opinion, I think I am very lucky.
Yeah.
To a well-paid job, and I like my job.
Yes, that's why I put this picture on here that goes with this article. It says, "I quit." So, quitting your job. But like you're saying, for some people, that would probably seem like a luxury right now. For example, in Spain, where it is difficult to find a job, it might seem like a luxury to try to find a job that you love and that you're passionate about. You might just want to find a job, no matter what. So, yeah.
But I think because there are people who have a high preparation or a very low preparation.
Okay.
There is no an average preparation like me, for example.
Yeah.
That's why it's very difficult.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, Adrian, what about you? What are you doing now? Adrian, are you working?
No, I looking for a shop, a new shop. 3 months ago, I quitted my before shop. Yes, and I was a chef in the industrial plant. Yeah, it's in the my area of expertise is maintenance.
Okay.
Yes, and I work in a multinational company. Well, I had a problem con respect the company have a good values that they spread in a global level, but
Yeah.
locally, I didn't see the same. Yeah, yeah. For my health, I had to give up.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Now is I am in selection process. Maybe 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 I I I am opening to new challenging um, related with engineering, installation design. Um, uh, but it's my situation.
So, how are you looking for the job? Are you applying to different jobs, or are you working with like a recruiter, or how does it work in Uruguay for you to find a new job?
Um, in for me professional my professional is through the consultants or
Okay.
yeah, yeah
Yeah.
recruiter. I I use LinkedIn. Um, yeah, yeah. I'm yes. This is the why that
Are you trying
you.
to find the same type of job or a different
No, I opening my mind to other why
other
other
possibility?
kind other possibility. My field is
Your field, yeah.
manufacturing and maintenance. I manage people, but now uh, I want to get a shop has to do with engineering. Uh, obviously, um, I I don't pretend earn like earned in my area of expertise.
Okay.
Yeah, I exit possibility, and now I am in two selection process. I wait, and now is the in Uruguay um, uh, are in the holiday season, um, but the people are in the in your vacation. Is is hard. The city is empty.
I see. So it's not back in full swing yet. Yeah. Okay. All right. Simon, when you quit your job, how did you do that? Here in the United States, typically people want you to, we say, to give notice. To give notice means like maybe at least 2 weeks, sometimes like a month. You tell somebody that you're going to be leaving your position, and so they have time to find a new worker or something like that.
Yes, actually, here in Brazil, sometimes things are different because my boss was like my dad. He
Oh.
was a really good friend,
Uh-huh.
and he was supporting me because actually I had lost my real dad, and I was
Oh.
very sad, and
Yeah.
I was in need of make change in my life.
Sure.
So it was a arrangement very good for me and very good for the company.
Mhm.
So I gave them back 40% of the money, because here when we
Wow.
quit a job, you get money, a lot of money, but I gave the company back 40% of it
Oh,
in
okay.
order to make a good arrangement for both of us.
Yeah. Okay, sure. That's another possibility. Like if you have a good relationship with your boss, then
Yes.
you're in conversation. We say in conversation about your future plans. Yeah. Because sometimes you like I have a friend here and we have a thing called on sabbatical. Have you guys heard about that term?
Yes, that's my idea. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. And for example, that is really popular with professors. So I have a friend who is a professor at the university, and this year she is on sabbatical. So this is her first time doing that, but some people do it like every 7 years. And it's also true for some like high-level business people. They can take a sabbatical. Now, sometimes when you take a sabbatical, you get paid your regular salary, which is great. But sometimes you just take a sabbatical, or maybe it's called a leave of absence. So you're allowed to leave your job, but you don't get paid. So you can go do something else for a while, but you're going to be able to get your job back. So,
Yes, I was able to get my job back,
uh-huh.
but when I arrived, I got a better offer. So I
Oh,
called in and I said, "Oh, sorry, but I've got a better offer." "No, don't worry. You go there, and your place is here when you
oh,
need."
wow, that's great. That's nice.
Yes,
Yeah.
actually I had worked hard, so
Yeah.
maybe they like me.
Well, that's all, it's hard to find good employees sometimes. So if you did a really good job, then your boss would probably be happy to have you back. So, yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
So,
thankfully.
yeah, yeah. Rafa, do you ever have employees in your business?
Yes, we have a secretary.
Okay.
We work three colleagues join together, and we have a secretary
For
for
all of them.
us.
Okay. Yeah.
Mm.
So have you ever had to deal with your secretary quitting on you?
No,
Because that's the two sides of the coin, the boss having to deal with an
no,
employee and then the employee quitting, so.
no,
No,
unfortunately,
no.
we haven't this. We
Good.
have not this situation. I think it could be so difficult. We try to have the best atmosphere as
Yeah,
we can in our job, and trying to talk about everything, to deal with any kind of problem as best as we can.
right.
Together, we work many times as a team. We try to find solutions in the better way that we can. For this reason, we haven't had this possibility to quit.
Yeah, that's
But
great. Yeah. I'll just give you guys one more word here related to this topic. When you're a business owner and you have employees, you have something called turnover. And so if you have a company that's not very well run and people don't like to work there, then you have high turnover. A lot of people quitting, coming in, quitting. But if you have low turnover, that means people like to work for your company, and so they stay a long time. So not everybody, but generally speaking, you have low turnover. So okay, guys. Well, our time is up. So thanks for coming to class, and it sounds like you guys are all have a good plan for this year. So I wish you luck. Okay, take care, everybody.
Okay,
Thank you,
bye.
Liz. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Take care.
Have a good